Okay, first you put your perspective view. We zoom out. You go to create, geometry, standard and primitive, and you create a plane.
And this plane is the floor.
Then you make sure that the outer grid is checked.
Can you turn it off to show us?
Okay.
So what is the grid?
And now we have a check.
Okay.
And we create a box for the table.
And then when you pull it up, it makes the height of the table.
Okay. Okay, now we need to right click in there, and you have to check this one, edges and face.
So edges and face basically identify multiple parts that make the table.
And you can change that in here, leg segments. You see I have 12, now I have 6 and 6. I need 12 and 12. Okay, now let me change this.
So we change the views. That's the top view.
We go to the top view and we select
one of the grids.
We select the table.
Select the grid on the table.
Select one. Okay, let's try in here now. Is it select? I guess alright. Okay, right click on there and go to convert to. Okay.
So you don't see it on the screen, but at the bottom you can convert your grid
into a editable mesh.
Editable mesh. So you don't see it on the screen because the screen is limited to a certain space. But now the table is editable.
Okay. Now we go back to this view. Select this, and we click in polygon.
You can create a polygon. You could create a vertex. Can you hit the vertex?
This one?
That one? Yeah. So see, you can select vertex, you can select edges, or in this case, we're going to be selecting polygons. Okay. So we're selecting one of the polygons.
And we select one, and now we hold Control, and I'm going to select 4 for the first leg, and then another 4 here, the second one.
So that's why we had to make the table into editable mesh, and that's why we have to make it into segments, because these segments, by choosing 4 at each corner, will turn into the legs of the table.
Okay, now you scroll down and go to extrude, and you put this one up into there, and in here in bevel you can do this, you make it bigger or smaller.
So bevel is when you change the dimension from the bottom of the prism to the top of the prism, and as we know, legs tend just out of decoration or stylized, the legs of a table usually get smaller, and that is called bevel. You bevel a column, you bevel the leg of a table.
Okay, now we click again on create, and we need to move the table, so we want to right click in there.
And that's called the rotation command.
And we're going to set the X to 180. And now we have that. We have it like that. We're going to go to move.
So notice here the table is underneath the floor, right? Notice the table is underneath the floor. So now we're going to move the table above the floor.
There. Okay. Now we have it like that. We need.
Very good point. Because the table and the floor are the same color, it's kind of hard to see. That could be part of another tutorial, but right now, very quickly, we can show you how to do that.
I'm going to put some material on it.
But she's going to be putting some material. So stay tuned for the next tutorial where we will be attaching the material on top of the table. Thank you.
That's it.